Welcome to this video on how we can test to make sure that our clients are ready to move forward with the advice that we're giving them. So if you like communication technique videos like this, then please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on the next one coming out each week. Now, we both know how important it is that clients are motivated before they make improvements to their financial life, right? If you recommend something and they're not motivated, then chances are slim that they're actually going to be implementing that advice. So these 4 questions, they help us quickly assess our client's readiness level to follow through with those, with the recommended plan, with what we're recommending to them. And each one of these comes from the book Advice That Sticks, and I highly recommend. It's a good read for advisors especially. So question number 1 is, how would you feel about, and then insert that recommended action item there. So how would you feel about setting up that family trust as we discussed? Or how would you feel about starting that monthly contribution to your TOD account, or whatever it may be? And maybe the client will say, well, I feel pretty good about it. Okay, so then go a little bit deeper and then say, does this seem like the next best step, or is there something more important that you'd like to do instead? Client might say, well, there is something else that's important, or they might just say, no, that seems like the next best step. So then go deeper, and then for question 3, tap into their deeper motivation to actually see why would they want to do something like this. So ask, if you decided to carry this step out, then how do you think it would benefit you? Well, the client might say, well, I think we'd have our estate plan set, and then we wouldn't have to think about that anymore, so that's good, or whatever they might say. And then finally, the last step is just to confirm their confidence level. If it's low, then they most likely aren't going to follow through with this advice as well, because it's still work to implement something like that. And the question is, if you decided to go ahead with this step, how confident are you that you could do it? A version of that would make a lot of sense for that last question. So any of or all of those questions, they would help just figure out that motivation level of your client and help uncover the deeper reasons why they might want to actually make this step. So consider next time you're going into a meeting with a client, think about these questions, and when you're recommending something, read through them just one more time or write them down before the client meeting and test them out, and let me know how it goes.